Hi guys, and welcome to the Arsenal versus Liverpool stream. And this is going to be a W1 because I think this is a very, very important clash. It's a top of the table clash, of course. And this one might actually shape the future of the Premier League this season. But let's see what happens here. Let's go onto the correct scene. One sec. Okay, there we go. Also, yeah, so got the camera set up for this one. Also, here's Nick from before. Of course, the water bottle that we completed 10 bottle flips in a row with. Welcome, Batman. Welcome, Clicks. Yas Edits. Loka and Patrick. Welcome all to the stream. Don't know if some of you are still on or maybe you went for a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a W game. Ronaldo this year's stats. Goals 41, assists 4, penalties 13, goals assists 45, trophies Nations League, Super Cup, runners up, penalties to goal ratio 1-3, 31%. Is he Ballon d'Or contender? I think he's kind of a Ballon d'Or contender, I feel like. He's kind of. But he's not for, like, in the top 5. I think maybe he'll be in, top 10, top 20. But yeah, I'm surprised he actually wasn't nominated. That's one thing that I'm surprised about. And yes, I know I'm in shorts mode. I'm doing the non-Al Nassr matches, non-Real Madrid matches in shorts mode. I think it's better because, you have more reach in the shorts mode. And also, it's nice for, small devices. Like if you're watching a phone, you get to watch, vertically on the phone, right? Also, you can see the match through the reflection right there. See, it's right there. But yeah. And hi, Rushan, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. But yeah, this match is going to be a W1. I feel like it really is going to be one where, it's going to be decided in the top of the table. And I do think in the end, just let me quickly reload this thing here because I've got absolutely zero internet. Thank you so much, devices. But yeah, it's top of the table clash for sure. This one here. Also just trying to get the match up here again because it's like completely lagged out. How the heck is your alt here? Yeah, you got your alt on here as well. That's crazy. You and your alt messaging at the same time. You're Batman, not him. I mean, both of you are Batman, I guess. I don't exactly know what's happening. But here we go. We actually got the match up now after that little laggy moment there from my tablet. Thank you so much, tablet. Let me just put this out. There we go. Okay. Both of you are Batman. Let's agree to that both of you guys are Batman. Liverpool is the home team. Don't know why I put Arsenal as the home team, but I'll just flip this around. Also start the timer here. Started 1 minute and 16 seconds ago. Luckily, there's the correct formations as well. And this is now going to be with Van Dijk. The formations are as so as well, guys. So for Liverpool, the goalkeeper will be Alisson. Karaquez will be the left back. Virgil van Dijk as the left centre back. Kanate as the right centre back. And Szoboszlai as the right back. For the midfield, McAllister and Gravenberch are the DMs. Gakpo is the left wing. Florian Wirtz is the cam. Salah the right wing. And Ekitike as the striker. For Arsenal, David Raya will be the goalkeeper. Timber will be the right back. Saliba and Gabriel will be the centre backs. And Calafiori will be the left back. In the midfields, Miguel Marinho, Zubamendi, and Declan Rice. And then for the forwards, Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli. Saka is injured, so he's not playing this one. For Arsenal, also, maybe I should change the kit colours here, just on here, make it less, confusing, where it technically is like that. You guys are using each other's account. What is going on? I don't know. I don't know if you guys know each other in real life or something, but what the heck? You guys are like sharing accounts or something? Like, okay. This is now going to be with Van Dijk. Now to to Gravenberch. Now to Kanate. Now all the way back to Alisson. He's just going to pass carefully over to Virgil van Dijk. A little chip to Kanate. Duds the pass there. Kanate, it's now with Szoboszlai, who is playing right back, interestingly. I don't think Frimpong's playing today due to injury. I feel like that's the reason why. Yeah, he got a hamstring injury. Mid-September 2025, he'll come back. And then, of course, Saka as well, late September. So after the international break, those two guys will come back as well. This is now going to be with Salah. I do think this is a very important match, and I'll say that just because this match might decide, really the shape of the Premier League, especially since Man City lost their game again. They lost to Brighton 2-1 late winner from Brighton to, you know, get the dub there. James Milner, of course, scored a pen as well in the match. But yeah, definitely, you know, this one's important for Arsenal to win, I think, more so because, you know, Liverpool champions of last season, they know what the feeling of winning is. Arsenal haven't felt that in a long time, so they need to really start clutching up on these big games and getting the points. Raya just gets an easy catch here, and it is going to be a calm distribution from David Raya. There is an injury, looks like. William Saliba is on the ground, so the play is being paused by the referee. The referee for today's game, of course, is going to be Chris Kavanagh. So we've actually got, you know, a non-Michael Oliver, Anthony Taylor referee for an Arsenal game. Wow. What are the chances for that? But yeah, I think this referee is okay. I haven't really heard too much bad stuff about this specific referee. I do know that they're pretty decent. So yeah, definitely. Saliba is being checked by the medical team here for Arsenal. I think he is going to be subbed off. So Saliba will be subbed off. Mosquera will be subbed on as a replacement. So interesting. Saliba is coming off here. I thought he was okay, but I guess maybe it's a precaution. Not really a big loss anymore for Arsenal. I think Arsenal might consider Gabriel a bigger loss than Saliba. I think Gabriel's a better defender, to be honest. Saliba, I feel like, makes a lot of mistakes. So yeah, definitely, you know, Mosquera has proved his quality as well. I've seen in the preseason, he's definitely very good. So let's see how he handles, you know, going into this Arsenal side against Liverpool. Of course, on the bench as well, Eze is on the bench is now. Max Dowman's on the bench. Odegaard's on the bench. They also got, who else on the bench here? Nwaneri is on the bench too. So definitely a good set of bench players for Arsenal, and Miles Lewis-Skelly, forgot to mention him. Eze should make his appearance in this game, I do think, maybe second half. Also, Incampier has been purchased by Arsenal, so here we go, confirmed. So definitely good getting a defender there, especially since Saliba has just been subbed off due to injury only 5 minutes into this game. So, you know, getting that extra defender was probably a good call because it allows a lot of backup play for Arsenal, so they're not going to have that injury crisis like last season. I feel like that was a big point of last season. Also, welcome CDF to the stream. Hope you're doing good, and go Arsenal. I mean, we'll see what happens in this game, you know. Personally, I predicted a 2-2 draw, but, you know, a win for either side will be very important. Calafiore just committing a little bit of a foul there on Florian Wirtz. And it's actually given a throw into Arsenal, and they play this backwards there. Calafiore now to Gabriel. Arsenal easy win, okay. Okay, sure. I'll actually put a poll up for you guys, so you guys can vote up in the poll who you're going for. Who do you think will win? Arsenal or who else? There was Liverpool, yeah. Liverpool. I don't know how to create a poll on Twitch, so I'll just do it on YouTube. We got the red here for you. Red for you guys. Okay, there we go. Create the poll. You guys can vote up on YouTube. Ball goes straight out there. It's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. And it looks like that it will be Timber taking the throw. Liverpool oil them up. Okay. What is with everyone saying about oil today and Diddy and stuff like it? I don't know if it's just one of those days, you know, everyone's just like not locked in. This is now going to be Gabriel with the ball. Just holding it up nicely, calling Calafiore short. Calafiore receives it. Back to now Declan Rice, who is playing sort of in his centre-back position, allowing Mosquera to, you know, develop into this game. Rice now passing to Timber. Timber does a dud there on, who is that? I think that's Gakpo. Yeah, he does a dud on Gakpo. Gets a little bit of a tackle there. Gakpo kicks it straight out. Is going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. Timber will take the throw-in. Love the new Prem ball, by the way. Nice Puma ball. Definitely is very good. You know, one that I'm going to try and get. Last year's was a Nike one. This year, Prem ball is a Puma. Yeah. Smash like. Yeah, you guys already smashed like. That's a W. David Raya is going to be taking the free kick here. So, what will Raya do with this free kick? So, it's super hot in here. I'm just going to turn my air conditioning on. Con Raya. Send it down the field. So deep send by David Raya. Trying to find Gyökeres. Just found the head of Van Dijk instead. It's now going to be with Gakpo losing the ball. And it is going to be a good play on for Arsenal as they win the ball back with Mourinho. A little 1-2 play there from... who was that? I think Madueke. Yeah, I have to get used to Madueke on the team. Cross deep into the box there again by Mourinho. He tries to do a Trivela cross. One back by the run of Gravenberch. And now Florian Wirtz passing over to Salah. Salah gives a cross and it's nicely defended by Calafiori. And now it's going to be Zubimendi running down the field. And now Zubimendi is going to pass over, passing to Martinelli. Martinelli just trying to win the ball. A corner is the objective. Goal kick for Liverpool. Bad play by Martinelli. I think that was Martinelli doing the whole run as well there. I don't think Zubimendi actually touched the ball now. Having a closer look at the replay. Yeah, it was Martinelli deep into the position of CM. And he should really actually passed over to Gyökeres. For some reason he doesn't. He sort of just keeps skilling and skilling for no reason. Yeah, it's kind of weird. This is now going to be with Van Dijk. Alisson. And Alisson's going to do a deep cross over to try and find Salah. And it goes to absolutely no one. It's going to be a throw in here for Arsenal. Of course, this is at Anfield. So Liverpool do have home advantage. Arsenal getting a win here would be very big because, you know, going to the Emirates for the second leg of this game, of course, in the after the new year, so in 2026, it will be interesting to see if Arsenal can get both wins in both fixtures. Liverpool, on the other hand, getting a win here would solidify, you know, top of the table. It would also push their presence into, you know, retaining the title and then allowing them to maybe go on for the double as well, though, you know, home advantage is the first game. Maybe not the best ideal, I think. I think maybe you'd want an away fixture first and then the home because, you know, the home game is always sort of a comeback or remontada, I feel like. Even if you get the home game first, you get the win there, it's not going to have the same feeling when you play away. Whereas if you get the win away, it just feels like you can get the win home. I don't know. And this is now going to be Van Dijk to Kerkez. Now back to Virgil van Dijk. Giving a deep ball. Finding the path of Ekitike. But is defended nicely by Gabriel. And what the heck are you guys saying in chat? My goodness. I'm trying not to read it, but I just see, you know, you guys saying about brain sizes. Like, what? Okay. Alisson. Van Dijk. Now over to Konate. Now with Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai to Florian Wirtz. Back to Szoboszlai. Now deep over into... Who's that? Konate? Yeah. And Konate just holding up some play here for Liverpool. Alisson. Konate. Now to Gravenberch. Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch. Gravenberch very essential for Liverpool, by the way. Like, I feel like he is severely underrated. That guy is literally the key midfielder for them. It's now going to be Gravenberch again from Van Dijk. Konate. Alisson. Now to Van Dijk again. Yeah, Liverpool just trying to build up some possession here. Florian Wirtz. Van Dijk. Gravenberch. And Gravenberch trying to push up the field. Trying to find a pass. Now finding it to Gakpo. And Gakpo maybe giving a cross. Oh, no, he goes for the shot instead. Wow, what a shot. Rocket there from Gakpo. Just goes wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for David Raya. No concern there from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Yeah, just showing that again. Yeah, definitely no concern needed. And that is going to be a goal kick. Are you guys the only one here? I mean, you know, again, just like any other stream, it doesn't really matter how many people are here, as long as I'm, you know, doing commentation for you guys. You know, that's all that really matters. And that you're enjoying, of course, and not arguing about brain size. Like, it doesn't matter. Both yous are Batman, okay? Both of you guys are Batman. This is now going to be with Mosquera. And one touch there from Zubimendi. Zubimendi, I think, is a really good signing for Arsenal, by the way. Very controlling midfielder. Don't know what the heck Mosquera is doing, trying to skill the whole field. You're a defender. Please get back into position. Alisson had to clear that. That was very risky from Alisson to not clear that one. Gyökeres was on a run. Possible goal there, but yeah, it's just cleaned up. It's now going to be a deep cross from Declan Rice, now finding over to left wing there where Martinelli is. Again, don't know why. I personally wouldn't start Martinelli. I would have started maybe Eze as a starter, just to see how he plays. Personally, I think Martinelli is, not the best player. Declan Rice to Mosquera. Timber. Now over to Mourinho. Zubimendi. Mosquera. Declan Rice playing as like a third centre-back, by the way. Okay, what the heck? Guys, chill. This is now Rice, Mosquera. Now Rice again to Zubimendi. Zubimendi to Gabriel. Now to Calafiori. And Calafiori passing it back towards Zubimendi in the midfield. And Zubimendi now to Declan Rice. Back to Zubimendi. So is it just me? My internet today is insanely bad. I'm not even joking you. Like, genuinely. Let me just refresh this internet. My God. What a bad bunch of internet I have. Jamoli. Literally. Okay, there we go. It's actually fixed up now. Why? Why are you guys insulting each other? Just both be Batman. Both be Batman. You are both Batman under my books, Okay, this is now going to be with Declan Rice. Mosquera. Timber. Now over to Mourinho. Zubimendi again. Back to Mosquera again. Declan Rice again. Or it's so much just passing after pass after pass. Now it's going to be with Timber, Zubimendi. And now to Mosquera. Just continual pass. That's what Arsenal need to do. They really need to just build up possession. I feel like there's no real pressure on them to not build up possession. Because, of course, the game is won by having control of the field. And that's something that Arsenal really need to do. They need to have control of the field here. Because Liverpool, very dominant side at home. So, they don't want to lose that sort of edge of coming into this, possibly with a small advantage in terms of player quality and form. Of course, Liverpool didn't have the best form coming into this game. They did get wins, but they were very loose wins. I will say that. Very, very loose wins. And this is now out over to Gakpo. And Kerkez, Van Dijk. And deep ball from Van Dijk, just finding the head of Salah. Salah controls. And catch by Raya. Nice, easy. What are you guys saying? Guys, chill. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the football. Please, enjoy the football. Mourinho. It's now over to Madueke. I mean, you're not watching. I don't know if you're watching or not in your own personal things, but, relax. It's all good. You can both be Batman. You can both be Batwoman. I don't know what you want to be. Yeah, Liverpool will score 100 goals this season. I mean, definitely they have to watch out, though, because although their attack's good, their defense isn't great. So far their form hasn't been the best. I will say that, Rashan, for sure. So definitely if they can improve on their defense, then they should be all good. They should be all good, and they can score, 100 goals, 200 goals. Not 200 goals this season, but you know what I'm saying. This attack. Going back to the days of Firmino, Bobby, Mane, and Salah. Those days were crazy in that attack. Arsenal score 101 goals this game. I mean, that would be basically, you know, very close to impossible, but, you know, anything's possible in football except that, probably. And hi, Big B, you just woke up, you don't know the game was this early in 10:51 in the US. Wow. Yeah, for me, it's currently 6:50 p.m., so, you know, basically 7. Wow, that is so early. That time difference is actually crazy. Hope you had a nice sleep, Big B, and you're feeling good this morning, though, regardless. But yeah, this game is very top of the table clash. Very anticipating of goals in this one. So far, it's been mainly possession control, you know, which is not the best football to watch all the time because it's very, you know, lax at the back, just passing. But, you know, definitely there is hopefully a couple of goals getting into here. So now Kanate, deep ball. That was a very good ball by Kanate. Salah is pocketed by Calafiori. It's now going to be with Mosquera, I think, giving a deep ball over to Martinelli. Straight out. Straight out. And this will be a throw-in for Szoboszlai and Liverpool. Interesting, though, Szoboszlai almost playing like Valverde here, playing as a right-back. Let's see, is this a foul on Salah? Absolutely not. Yeah, Salah just dives to the floor. Definitely not a foul. And McAllister sends the throw in deep and is going to be cleaned up easy by Mosquera to David Raya. And this is a deep ball over to Noni Madueke. He's going to push for it, and there is a foul on Kirkez. The referee does call. And a small little brawl breaking out between the two. Madueke doing a little bit of a jeer at Kirkez. And Kirkez sort of pushing him back there. And this is now going to be a free kick for Liverpool, taken by Virgil van Dijk. I hope to see Gyökeres score a couple more goals. I feel like he's been, you know, he's done all right. Don't think he's been the best, you know, that we saw him for at Sporting. Definitely a harder league to score goals in. He doesn't really touch the ball much, I will say that. But he does, when he touches it, he is very dangerous. So that's why you have to mark him carefully. That's why, you know, Liverpool's defense will be focused mainly on him. As, you know, a very good striker that he is. This is now going to be McAllister moving forward. Nice little take there from Declan Rice to find Zubimendi. Zubimendi finding the running ball to Madueke. Look at the pace on Madueke there. And he tries to cross it in. It's going to be defended by Kirkez, who keeps up, gets the slide tackle, and it's going to be a corner for Arsenal. Good pace by Madueke there. And hi, Kalithar. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Look at that pace from those two. The left back for Liverpool, Kirkez, such a pacey player. And then Madueke, literally, the acceleration's crazy. That is actually insane how fast he was running there. 20th minute, some claps for Diogo Jota. Always in memory, Jota, as well. I will clap you too here because, of course, Portugal national team player. You don't know anything about football, you know, you can start from anywhere. No matter how old or young you are, football is for everyone. So, you know, coming to this place is the right place if you ever want to get started to football. But no, if you don't want to talk about football, it's all good. You can write other stuff in the chat or go and answer it. Rice, deep cross. And it just goes back to Madueke. He takes the shot and it's saved by Alisson. Nice, easy save there. It's not really an easy one, but it's actually a very good one, should I say. Easy for Alisson, though, because his quality is so good. One back by Gabriel. And did see Benzema scoring a hat-trick. And, okay, what is with the oiling up? But, yeah, he scored a hat-trick. Tried to mimic the Al Felix the other day. Benzema thinks he's him. He is not. Etihad will lose the league this season, I promise. But, hi, Patrick. I should do 1,000 push-ups live someday. I would absolutely, my arms would die. I could do 100 at a time. Didn't I do 500 push-ups in the 24-hour stream? I swear I did that. Yeah, 500 push-ups in 24-hour stream. Then I just have to double that amount, you know. Good control from, who was that? McAllister trying to find the run of Ekitike. Is going to be cleaned up by Raya. Goodbye, Kalithar. Thank you for tuning in. I mean, you know, it's not your topic, obviously, but thanks for just taking your time to type messages in the chat. Appreciate it. You did 1,000 push-ups. That is a W, Batman. That is a W. And Calafiori to Zubimendi. Calafiori. I used to do a ton of push-ups because I used to do some training and stuff, and that was sort of the stuff I used to do when I was like 13. That push-ups and sit-ups all the time. Not in a row, but you know, I did them. Calafiori, deep cut cross, trying to find Madueke, and Kirkez is going to clean to Allison. Allison probably going to waste some time here. Kirkez looking sharp this game. He has to be, though, when Madueke is looking really dangerous on that right wing. Very, very dangerous. Squat's better anyway. Yeah, squats are good for footballers, especially, you know. Allison's still time wasting. He's going to just pick that up, yep. Don't know why Mourinho took about 20 minutes to pressure there as well. And hi, KD. You asked this before, but any update if Al Nassr is still getting anyone? 100% confirmed Bento is being sold. They are going to buy a midfielder with the money that Bento gives. And we are also going to be buying Saad Al Nassr, which is the deal's done. The deal's done for Saad Al Nassr from Tawoon. He didn't play in the first game against Tawoon, by the way, because we bought him. So he's going to play left back. He's a Saudi player, very good talent. I think he's very good when we watched Tawoon last season. But yeah, definitely good purchase. And then, of course, the midfielder, foreign player, which I don't know at the moment who that is. No goalkeeper. We don't need a goalkeeper. Timber just fouls Cody Gakpo there, I think, by the way. This is going to be a free kick for Liverpool. Free kick for Liverpool. Looks like Florian Wirtz might be taking this free kick along with Szoboszlai, Jan Wisser, Diogo Costa, Edison in talks. Yeah, they're all in talks as well. Edison for sure. Going to Galatasaray and Fenerbahce were the two very likely options. Diogo Costa, I don't know where he might go. And then, of course, Wisser is a good player. I'm not too sure where he's going to go from Brentford, but we'll have to wait and see. Very good player, though. You know, maybe United wants to buy Wisser along with Mbeumo. Get those two guys in this team again. You did 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 100 wall push-ups. Well done, Patrick. Well done. Congratulations. Showing Eze here on the bench. £67.5 million signing from Crystal Palace. I think he's going to make his debut today. We'll definitely probably start over Martinelli for future games because Eze is a better player. That's for sure. It's now Timber. Deep cross going to be a corner for Arsenal, and it is a deflection off of Kirkez, which made that the case. Timber's looking pretty good as well this game. Again, so far player of the match for the first half is 100% going to be Kirkez. He is absolutely cooking. I look like I am in high school. Well, I'm not. I'm 18 now, so technically I can go to university, but, you know, I always take the compliments of looking younger than I am. Someone told me that I look 13 at my football academy training. So, yeah, I mean, sure, I'll take that too. This is Declan Rice taking the corner. And deep corner is terrible. It was a very bad corner, by the way. And sent all the way back by Martinelli to Raya. Raya sends it long then. Possible header from Kanate. Gravenberch is going to clean it up, though. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Some say I'm 14. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Wait, how do you know? How do you know, Patrick? What? You know what people say at my football training? Okay. What's my height? Yours is 5'8". Mine's around 6 foot. I'm very, like, you know, I'm basically like 2 centimeters off it, I think. Still growing as well. I've grown taller this year than, you know, last year. So, still in the case. We'll eventually reach it. I look 9. Okay, thank you, Batman. You know, appreciate the compliment there. Always, if anyone calls you younger than you are, you know, it's always a good thing, I feel like, because it just shows that your body isn't aging as quick as anyone else's, you know? This is going to be with Zubimendi. Declan Rice. Zubimendi again. Now out to Calafiori. Good distribution from Arsenal out the back to really turn the attack on. There's going to be a foul by Salah on Calafiori, I think. Yellow card coming out. Oh, it's on Gravenberch, I think there. Yeah, Gravenberch just committing the foul on Calafiori. Yellow card comes out. He stands on Calafiori's foot, definitely denying a run on goal. Maybe even 15. Benzema. Okay, what the heck, bro? No. No, please. You are 6'2", grown up. Okay. Congratulations. This is now going to be Declan Rice taking the free kick. Of course, last time I remember him scoring 2 free kicks at the Bernabeu. Absolute death of my life. Which team do I support? I'm neutral here. 500 Takım Turkish. Also, welcome to the stream. Neutrally commentating. The only teams I support are Real Madrid and Al Nassr. The rest of these I watch neutrally because I want to be a professional myself, you know. So, watching games is the way to get better, as well as training, of course. And Eze is warming up. I do think he'll come on start the second half. He's definitely a very good player. He will provide a lot of attacking link-up, I think, with Gyökeres. I can feel it. You know, him and Gyökeres will do a nice little link-up. Alisson, now to Van Dijk. Back to Szoboszlai, who's sort of moved out of that right-back slot. It's now going to be with Kanate, who's moved into that position. Good touch there from Salah. Back to Szoboszlai. You don't know how to get taller or not? What do you mean, Patrick? You're only 14. You got a long way to go, fake Batman. Yeah, you got a long way to go if you're only 14. You got, you know, a lot of growing room there. And plus, height doesn't really matter, does it? You know, Messi's a short guy, and look how good he is at football. Ronaldo's tall. Look how good he is at football. This is now going to be a throw-in here for Liverpool. Good clearance from Mosquera. Who am I tipping from here? Like, who do I think is going to win the game so far? Currently, it does look like that Arsenal's been performing better in this game so far. You know, excluding that injury at the start for Saliba, don't really think it matters too much in the whole proportion of the game. Because he only played 5 minutes, you know, he's not really fit into the match. And Mosquera's doing just a good job here. Yeah, so currently Arsenal do look the better side. They've been attacking way more. They've been closer in chances, more deadly. Liverpool good on the turnover, but we're going to have to wait and see because Liverpool really can score from anything. And that's something that, you know, Arsenal have to be careful of. Imagine if you're 8'1" as a kid, but you're a kid. I mean, that would be insane if you're 8'1" as a kid. That'd be crazy. Heard that cockroaches are taller than Messi. Oh, my God. Why? Okay. It's going to be a throw in here for Szoboszlai. It's going to take the throw. Just throws back quickly there to Kanate. So, yeah, it looks like Liverpool have alternated to more of a back two now. You know, the third centre-back coming from the midfield. Either Kerkez or Szoboszlai. Kerkez playing more of a left mid today, rather than that left back slot that he usually plays at. Van Dijk accidentally missing the ball there from the pass from Alisson. Kind of bad, but he does get Kerkez to reclaim it. Now it's going to be Van Dijk to Alisson. Alisson long ball. Now over deep, straight out. Szoboszlai does not touch it. If a dog stands, some dogs are taller than people. Yeah, my dog's actually taller. Used to be taller than me. But yeah, I've definitely outgrown it by a long stretch of a mile. But yeah, 8 foot could said as tallest people in the world. Yeah, if you're 8 foot, you're the tallest person. Hands down, you know. There's probably taller people. I don't know of, like, the world record holder. I don't know how tall they are. But definitely 8 foot, you're, like, amongst the elite. This is now Gyökeres. Good pass back to Calafiori. Calafiori to Mosquera. Now to Declan Rice. Now to... Who's that? I think Mourinho? Timber. Now to Mosquera. Rice. And little one-touch pass there from Mourinho. Rice. Now to Gabriel. Now back to Raya. Mourinho. Raya. They're again very... Okay, good job, Raya. Just give the ball away. Well done. That's what happens when Raya's a goalkeeper there, by the way. Genuinely, I feel sorry for Arsenal supporters for having to deal with that guy, you know, doing that sort of mistake every time. He does it again. He just passes it to the Liverpool players right there. Just goes and passes it straight in front of goal to the Liverpool player. Luckily, Van Dijk doesn't know how to finish for his life, so he had to pass it off, and yeah, it's then cleared away. Alisson better than Raya? I mean, yeah, currently in this game for sure, because Raya just gave the ball away in front of goal. I think Van Dijk should have shot there. Mistake, not punishing Raya for that mistake that he made. It definitely wasn't a good choice from David Raya to do that. Mikel Arteta looked a bit worried from that one as well. World record holder is somewhere between 7'11" and 8 foot. Okay, I see. So you would be the tallest. Why do goalkeepers have brain fades? I don't know. I think their brain just leaves their head because they sometimes want to get too involved in the game. But, I mean, it's your job to be a goalkeeper, not to be a outfielder. Otherwise, you would have trained to be an outfielder, not a goalkeeper, you know? You don't train to be a goalkeeper and then start doing those sorts of mistakes, you know? Bento should not be saved, but rather be kept on the bench. Yeah, I mean, I think you mean sold, yeah. But that would be a good option, but we don't have enough international slots. And the problem is we need money for a midfielder, so he is probably the best person to sell, unless we sell Otavio and Laporte. Then that would also help us get money in Wesley. But yeah. Have I watched Mark Goldbridge's lives before? Yeah, I've watched a couple of them. He gets very frustrated at Manchester United, you know. Always a funny watch. Always a funny watch. Mark Goldbridge, sort of a little bit of an inspiration for me in these streams. Madueke. Maybe able to take the shot. He's so close to scoring there, Madueke. Very close. I think it might have been offside. I'm not too sure. But let's have a look at the shot here. Deflection. Oh, it might be a corner, actually. Yeah, nice defense from Kirkez. That shot was brilliant. You're like 4.5 or 4.6 as your height. Okay, you know, got a lot to grow there, Patrick. I'm sure you'll still grow and, you know, get into the big leagues. But again, height doesn't matter, does it? Height doesn't matter. It doesn't change who you are. It's going to be Declan Rice taking the free kick here. You're 11. Yeah, you got a ton to grow then. If you're only 11, you're 4'6". That's pretty tall, honestly. Okay, so Declan Rice, in-swinger. Back post where absolutely no one's there. They kind of messed up the tactics there. Someone should have sat back post. I think Mourinho maybe. But yeah, Declan Rice did find space with the corner. Just his teammates not doing a good job. A lot of arguments always with the Liverpool and Arsenal players. All arguing with each other there. Think you should do a similar setup. You're not good with computers or anything, but how it's widescreen. So yeah, usually it's widescreen. For these games specifically, it's small screen. So like if you look at my previous ones, you know, it's a, you know, regular screen size, and on Twitch it's actually still the regular size. But for these games specifically, like the ones where I don't stream them frequently enough, I do them as this screen size because it tends to get a higher viewership. And also is promoted more by YouTube. I don't know why. I think it's just because they want people to use the shorts live streams. But yeah, so usually it is the widescreen. If you look at my Al Nassr streams, you'll see that is, you know, widescreen like the rest of the live streams, you know. Good setup too. Also, I usually have like a top scorers thing on the top there or something. You'll be back. You're playing Liverpool versus Arsenal in eFootball? Okay, sure. Patrick. You know, W's. Let me know who wins as well. This is Gabriel. He's going to pass back to Raya. I don't think there's much difference from the widescreen, short screen. I mean, all the difference is that you get to see more of my room, you know. So, I mean, I can always just bring the Ballon d'Or there and you can see it. But, I mean, you know, my room's not the best sight to look at, you know. It's going to be with Szoboszlai taking a throw-in for Liverpool. What's with Messi and cockroaches? I mean, both are the same height. Why? Heard that Messi will play cockroaches in his farewell retire. Okay, what am I reading? Why? Throw him for Arsenal. Calafiori is going to take. And Calafiori is going to do a short throw over to Gabriel. and Gabriel now back to Mosquera, Timber. Surprised no goals in this first half, by the way, as of yet, because, to be honest, I was kind of hoping for some. Gyökeres is running on target. He might pass this in. There's a shot from Timber. Very good shot. Calafiori takes another one and just wide. And they're complaining to the referee here, saying that there is a corner. They're complaining to the referee. Let's see what happens here. I don't know what they're complaining about. Is it a pen or a corner or something? Gyökeres, good pass in. Good shot from Timber. Just deflected away. And then, yeah, there is a small deflection, I think, off Szoboszlai for a corner. Small deflection. Gyökeres still hasn't had a shot yet at the moment. You know that I do Premier League matches as well. Yeah, I just do any matches that I think are good. You know, as well as any games you guys recommend me. So, yeah, welcome, Alexa, to the Premier League stream. Again, it's a small screen one today, but, you know, I'll just alternate between them as the wide and small ones. Deep cross and a header going wide there by Calafiori, peeling for handball here. The Arsenal players definitely wasn't. Gyökeres did not score. It's 0-0, Batman. But I'm talking about, like, in this game so far, there's not been a shot by Gyökeres. Unfortunately, you know, he barely touches the ball. I mean, Ekitike's touched it less. This match has been very defensive. Very, very defensive match. Not much play up the field. Liverpool or Arsenal, draw. I think it's going to be a draw, honestly, just the way this game's going now. I did initially predict 2-2. I think it's going to be a 1-1 now, more than anything. But yeah, I'm just neutral for these sorts of games. Only teams I support, again, Real Madrid, Al Nassr. The rest I'm just neutral for. Also, today I bought the Al Nassr home, away, and third kit for this season. I bought all three. They should be arriving probably in a week, or maybe less due to delivery, because I didn't go in-store. I just ordered online. So yeah, can't wait to get those. We'll wear them when the team wears the proper kits. I'll wear the same one they're wearing on the match days. Van Dijk. Same with Real Madrid. I'm going to get the Real Madrid kits too. It's now over to McAllister. Let's hope second half's better. Yeah, hopefully it is. I do agree with you there. Hopefully second half's better. Virgil van Dijk to McAllister again. Now to Kerkez. And McAllister. Through ball there to absolutely no one. And now it's Mosquera. Now with Timber. International break as well coming up. I'll be covering Portugal's games for the international break. So yeah, that will be pretty dope. Can't wait to see Portugal back in action for the World Cup qualifiers. Ronaldo in action too. So hopefully we see a couple of Portugal wins in the, you know, against Armenia, I think, as well. And against, there's a couple other teams that we're versing. Can't remember. It's like, are we versing Hungary? I don't know. We're versing someone. There's an appeal here for a foul on Salah by Gabriel. It's definitely a foul on Salah. No doubt about it. It's going to be back here with Kanate. Van Dijk. Must have just been a quick play foul. And Florian Wirtz trying to win the ball. McAllister wins it for him. And there's some tight pressure from Zubamendi and Mourinho on the Liverpool players. It's going to be a free kick here for Liverpool. Ekitike is jeering up the crowd here because he wants some support behind him. What's my prediction on cockroaches versus Messi's? Cockroaches versus Messi will be a banger. I mean, it would be a banger, you know. Personally, two similarly heighted players, you know. I personally think that maybe the cockroaches, just because of sheer numbers, might get the dub. I do think so. But, you know, you can never doubt Messi, but I think maybe the cockroaches will get the dub there. Scoreline prediction, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 2. Optimistic to have a lot of, you know, goals in this one. And as someone on Twitch has said, Kizak, back up, that it's going to be a draw this game. I do believe it will be a 1-1er. But, you know, we can always remain optimistic for the extra goals, you know. 3-2, optimistic scoreline. Alisson to Van Dijk. So far in the stats, Liverpool's had 2 shots, Arsenal 6. with 1 on target for Arsenal, 0 for Liverpool. Arsenal's had 12 touches in the opposition box, 2 for Liverpool. But Liverpool's had the most possession, 51%. Arsenal, 49%. So, yeah, kind of sort of a balanced game between the two. Liverpool playing more possession-based, Arsenal playing very attacking side. Yeah, Arsenal is the better side currently. The problem is they are very defensive, so, yeah, draw. Yeah, there will be for sure. I think both teams are playing pretty defensively, using a strong back line, especially since both teams have strengthened quite a fair bit as well, their defenses. Now, Liverpool's defense is definitely not the best in terms of what we've seen from the previous games. They have to really hold on to, the fact that Kirk is doing such a good performance. He needs to continue that in the second half. And then, Van Dijk's also doing a pretty good job as well. So, yeah, definitely need to make sure they do continue that one because, against Newcastle, they weren't the best in terms of defending. And then the opening match day against Crystal Palace, they also kind of sort of underperformed their Liverpool until the very, very end. They left it very late. Timber to Zubimendi. Arsenal, on the other hand, playing the same as against Leeds, very attacking style of football with their defence and their attack, both sort of separated very sheerly. So there's not really a set midfield, more as there's just a defence and attack, which, allows them to move as a unit to pressure more, but could lead to fast breaks from Liverpool, which, they're trying to exploit, I feel like, where the, defenders are maybe up the field, there's no one really back, and then also most of the midfielders aren't really hanging back, but more so staying up with the attack. So, yeah, Arsenal do have to be careful of fast breakaways. That is something that could lead to their downfall. 1 minute additional time in this, by the way. Gyökeres got more hair flips than goals. Yeah, for sure. Gyökeres is going crazy with the hair. That's why I do it for my own personal football as well. I always go like that with the hair. He's actually got similar hair to me. So shout out to Gyökeres there for the hair. And what's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. You think Prime Ants and Messi's will be better matchup? Yeah, Prime Ants. Ants were crazy back in the day, They were really doing numbers on Brazil national team and stuff. Prime Ants were actually insane. Only team to get 10 consecutive leagues in a row with 0 losses, Like, that is something insane, out of this world, in the Bugs League, Halftime. So there's the halftime. In terms of stats, let's take a look at them. So, stats for this match so far. Also, just move the Ballon d'Or so, not in the way. Also got my guy Nick here. The 10 bottle flips in a row completed with Nick. So let's read these stats here. So, for Arsenal, 51% ball possession, 0.34 expected goals, 6 total shots, 1 shot on target, 0 big chances for both teams, 168 accurate passes for Arsenal, 85% accuracy, 5 fouls committed, and 5 corners. For Liverpool, 49% accuracy, 49% ball possession, should I say, 0.09 expected goals, 2 total shots, 0 on target, 0 big chances for Liverpool, 166 accurate passes, 82% accuracy, 4 fouls, 0 corners. So Arsenal definitely the better side in this first half, but Liverpool not far behind in terms of quality, but pretty balanced, I would say. They had more, in the end, more ball possession, actually, Arsenal. So somehow Liverpool got on the behind front in terms of ball possession. I think that was due to the end having a lot of attacks. Also, Gyökeres is the only reason you're supporting Arsenal. Valid reason. Gyökeres is very good player, likable player. Personally, one of my favorite strikers coming out of Lisbon, besides, the one and only GOAT. But yeah, definitely he is a great player. Love him. And thank you, Michael. Thank you, Batman. Appreciate the support. Guys, you got 2 assists and 1 goal at the match. Congratulations. Well done. 2 assists and 1 goal. That is actually really good. What was the final score? Because, you got 3 goal contributions there. Fair enough. That is actually really good. And I'm assuming you got MVP. There's no way you didn't get MVP with that performance, 2 assists, 1 goal. What a performance there, Alexa. Well done. Big shout out to you on your performance in that match. 5-2. Yeah, you can contribute to basically all the goals there. You just, I'm sure you contributed to last 2 as well, or whatever the other 2 were, not probably last. But yeah, You contributed to more than half of the goals, which is insane. That shows your worth to the team, that you are very important to the team, you know? So congratulations. And, you know, only conceding 2 goals, that's good as well. It means the defense was good. The attack was on point to balance that out as well. So, yeah, well done. Messi versus Ants just started. Yeah, I'll be covering Messi versus Ants. So, you know, currently the Ants have a lot of possession. They're very attacking side. They're playing, you know, I think they're playing a 5-3-2. 5-3-2, I think they're playing, if I'm correct. They're playing, though, wrong way around, 2-3-5. That's what I meant. 2-3-5. They're playing 3 strikers, and then they're playing 2 wingers, then they're playing 3 midfielders, 2 defenders, and the goalkeeper. So that is their lineup. Sorry, I had it flipped around my head. I was trying to think of it. But yeah, Prime Ants going at it again, you know. They're playing a 4-2-4. Oh, they must have shifted before the game. I thought they were playing a 2-3-5 there. They just scored. Okay, I mean, Messi's got no chance, especially if he's playing goalkeeper position as well. I mean, how's he going to stop Prime Ants, you know? Unbeaten in 10 consecutive leagues. But yeah, you think the match will end up 69-67 and Arsenal will win? Okay. I'm so happy this match didn't start late, like 9:30 p.m. I'm happy too, because last night, the Real Madrid match started so late for me. I was basically fast asleep by the end of that match. Not because it was boring, because the match was enjoyable, but the fact is, just got back from my football training, 10:30, watching the match, ends at 12:30, and I'm just like, oh, I can't be bothered to, you know, do anything. I just want to go to sleep, you know. And then I got to wake up for the bottle flips. I mean, I thought personally that we would still be doing bottle flips right now. I didn't know that we would actually end early, but I'm happy. I'm happy that it only took me an hour and 30 minutes. Might have to do 20 in a row, you know. That might be a challenge. Got the GOAT, though, Nick. Nick, of course, can help us out. He'll always be on this channel. I actually signed him, too. Put the DinoDoomz signature on there. Maybe in the future, put him on a merch store for sale. See Nick right there. Nick goated. Messi got a penalty, of course. Messi is commanding penalty with AK-40. Okay, what the heck is he doing? Wow. Okay. He missed. Of course he missed. I mean, he's probably going to now, like, he's got a weapon, so he's going to probably start attacking the opponents, I'm assuming. This match is crazy. Yeah, Ants versus Messi's is the craziest match, you know. Craziest match. But yeah, honestly, so far, Arsenal versus Liverpool, a bit disappointing, personally. I did expect more. Liverpool has definitely got better in terms of players that have been on the field performing. Arsenal not really having that one performing player. I think maybe Madueke, and I got to say Mosquera's been very good. So maybe those two have been the performing players. But for Liverpool, definitely has been Kirkes and Gravenberch as those two. What are you guys talking about when you're saying Ants versus Messi? Oh, because they're saying cockroaches versus Messi because they're the same height. And then they're now saying about Ants versus Messi. That's why, like, him versing different insects because he's short. You got a red card? Oh, Baba Messi. He's still got, you know, 10 others on the field, 10 clones. Ants are being defensive possession. I mean, that's good. Always retain possession, you know. Yeah, you know, whoever wins that match, by the way, deserves a Ballon d'Or for sure. Ballon d'Or should come out to the match winner. Personally, also you can see the match in there. But personally, I might get, I think my brother's getting his name engraved into this section here. I was thinking about spray painting this, though, silver, like a nice silver at the base, kind of matching the real Ballon d'Or. Like, you spray paint it silver, and then it looks, like, very realistic. Because, of course, this part here looks like the actual Ballon d'Or. I'm not even joking. Like, if I just showed you this part, it actually looks like it. But then this part, I mean, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. So, you know, definitely needs to get a bit spray painted there. Ain't no way you forgot to watch this match. How'd you not put it in your calendar? Did you miss anything? No, you did not miss anything. Yes, and yeah, thanks for thanking me that I'm streaming it, because, you know, I'm glad that I reminded someone about the match. And yeah, it's 0-0, so, you know, it's pretty dead game so far. I gotta say, no real chances for both teams. Also, I saw your comment earlier, Yas, about the Chelsea Soccer Manager mode. I will be doing Soccer Manager when 26 comes out. When 26 comes out, I'll start that again. Same with FC 26. I'll start playing that on the channel. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just sort of waiting on those to emerge as games. Messi just dribbled the whole team and scored 1-1. I see. No way Messi is scoring. Yeah, that's crazy. Messi should have 5 Ballon d'Ors and Ronaldo 7 Ballon d'Ors. Yep, I definitely don't agree with you. I definitely don't agree with you there, Alexa. 100%. Messi deserved all 8 Ballon d'Ors. He deserved every single one of them. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Don't know if you could catch the drift. I was putting that there. Well, let's take a look at the lineups here. No wonder, but this game has been 0-0, by the way. 4-2-3 for both teams. Like, come on. Are we being scared here, Arsenal and Liverpool? Can we, like, get some goals in the next half? You know, push up. Maybe flip the formation. Do a one back, and then you do, you know, that 3 middle, 2 in the attack, and then 4 at the attack as well. Which Ballon d'Ors do I think Messi robbed? I've got a couple. Okay. So, I think, I mean, it's a bit controversial. I don't hate on Messi, so, you know. I think the last, his 8th one for sure. I think the 2021 one, yeah, 2023, 2021. And then there's one back in the 2010s. I can't remember which one it was. One of those ones, there was one which I remembered. Which one was it? My clock's still going. Thanks for reminding me, CDF. One of the 2010 ones I can remember. The rest of them deserved, no problem. So, yeah, definitely. I do think he deserves some. 100%. Like, you know, he's phenomenal. But, yeah, definitely feel like some of those ones were definitely a little bit sketchy. Same with Rodri's. Rodri's is bigger. Bigger robbery there, Rodri, by the way. Rodri's is, like, the most insane. Yeah, that's up there with more than Messi's ever was, really, to be honest. Like, very close. They're, like, very tied. Especially that 2023 one and Rodri's one up there with insanely, you know, like that. But in terms of Ronaldo's ones that I feel like he should have got, he should have got the 2018 one. He should have got that. And that is it, I think. I think he would have 6. And then a nomination for this year, not winning it. Nomination for this year, though. Maybe in position 20. Because that Nations League performance was insane. He was crazily good in the Nations League. Yeah. So 100. And then Lewandowski should have 2. I mean, the 2021 one. Rest in peace, Lewa. I did think you really deserved them. But, you know, is what it is. Is what it is. You can't change the past, can you? Aren't I taking a break? I don't feel like it. Just feel like talking. Some days I feel like taking the break, you know, especially like last night I felt tired. That's why I took the break, really tired, get some water, freshen up for the second half so I don't fall asleep. But, you know, just want to talk, to be honest. Messi scored from 40 yards, the second to make a comeback on Ants. 1-2. Wow. Okay, Messi really locking in. Locking in. Let's see as well. I just want to quickly check how much time until the next half so we can actually see. Go to the table. Go. By the way, did you guys know, first of all, currently Ololise versus Al Arabi in the King's Cup, so I don't know if anyone's interested in that. I mean, personally I am because I watch the league, so. But in terms of this game, halftime is got 2 minutes left. And currently, Chelsea's still top of the table, tied with Arsenal. 6 goal difference, 7 points. Liverpool second with 7 points, but 3 goal difference. Amazingly, Man City is 12th with only 3 points, which is insane. 1 goal difference only. Halftime ended. Ants are furious. Yeah, poor Ants, you know, they need to lock in. And, you know, the second half has to be a W for them, I feel like. But yeah, Everton 5th as well. Tied second technically. Tied third technically with Tottenham. Sunderland, not surprised that they're performing so well, by the way. Because personally, I think that Sunderland will stay up. I think West Ham's going to get relegated, or Wolves. They're probably one of the two that I do think is going to get relegated. If I had to predict, the winner of the league, either Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. The relegation sides, Wolves, I think West Ham, and I think Burnley. They're the three relegation sides there. I think Leeds stay up and Sunderland stay up. And here we go. Ain't no way I just said that Messi didn't deserve 2021 Ballon d'Or. 60-plus goal assist. Most dribbles Copa America since a long time. La Liga and Copa del Rey. One-man army bus. I mean, again, it's up to the personal opinion. And, that's just my opinion. I don't disagree with you. Personally, 100% strong case for 2023 one. There's also a very strong case for the 2010s one. Not 2010, but one of those in there. I can't remember which one it was again. But that one's a little bit argumental. But Lewandowski was a very, up there for me as the Ballon d'Or winner for that season. But, it is, again, personal opinion. That's why I don't really care about the Ballon d'Or too much because, it really is just debatable because, to be honest, I feel like as well, the Ballon d'Or doesn't show the best player of the season. It doesn't. It really depends. You could be insane for your team. You could be the best player ever for your team, but you won't win a Ballon d'Or because your team might not win a trophy. You could be the best player ever for your national team, but you're not going to win a Ballon d'Or because your national team's absolutely terrible, So you got to actually... I feel like to see the best player, you got to watch, which I know all you guys do watch football. And, definitely, I feel like it's more about a personal choice of who you think is the best. No one's going to ever vote for the same person, right? Unless there's a unilateral agreement that this guy, the best player by far, then that's a deserved win. But otherwise, if it's disagreeable, then that means that there was multiple good players, but there's no singular best player. That's why, for example, last season, Mbappe never going to win the Ballon d'Or, right? Because he did terrible... This season, sorry, technically. It's last season's performance for this season's Ballon d'Or. He's not going to win the Ballon d'Or, is he? Because Real Madrid didn't win anything, They won the UEFA Super Cup, which was technically in the previous season somewhat. Arguable what season that counts for. I think it's for last season. I don't know. But yeah, so he won that only. And he was such a good player. Top scorer, he's doing insane stuff. He's not going to win Ballon d'Or. Gyökeres, insane. Not going to win Ballon d'Or. Any of these guys can perform so good, but they're not going to win because of it's really reliant on team stuff, even though it's called the Best Player Award. And to be honest... That's why I don't really like it, to be honest, really. I don't. And, it is, again, debatable on the credibility of it. Yeah, it can be it's credible. It's been credible for a long time until very recently it has really just lost it for me. But, yeah. And you're back with your game. Liverpool won. Oh, congratulations, Patrick. And also 41 goals in 29 games. Lever, 2021 Ballon d'Or. Yeah. I mean, Lewa didn't have to carry a Bayern squad. Messi had to carry Barca. Now, here's the question. Barca's down full time. Messi carried them and he left, so Lewa came. Did he provide them in 2022, 23, and 24? Yeah, I can see your argument there. Yes, 100%. And again, it's come down to what I say, though. It really just, there's never going to be a right choice for the Ballon d'Or because someone's always going to say something else. I guarantee you someone this season is going to say Connor Bradley deserves the Ballon d'Or for this season. I mean, just thinking of a random player off the top of my head. No way he deserves it, but that's again, is someone's going to say that, are they? Or for a random player. And kickoff has ensued. Let's not forget to start the timer this time. Okay, so the match is back on here. I will be streaming the Ballon d'Or reaction live. Now, what I will say is if in some world Yamal wins this season's Ballon d'Or, I'm out. I'm actually out. Definitely, it's down to Dembele, Rafinha. You can also say for sure if Yamal wins it, though, I'm out. And Nuno Mendes as well. I put him up there because I love him. Love Nuno Mendes. France was completely rigged. That you're 100% right. Yeah. And the thing is, though, who thought it was a good idea to make journalists vote for the best player? They have the most say in the votes. Like, I know the coaches and the captains vote, but the journalists have the most say, so it doesn't really make sense either. And let's see as well. It was 5-2. Congrats, Patrick. 5-2. absolutely thrashed Arsenal there. More, better game than currently. We need a commentary on Messi versus Ants. Maybe I should do a short on Messi versus Ants, since that's such a thing now. If you have the chance to watch Jurassic World Rebirth, do some chores instead. You watched it today, must be a joke. You give it 3 out of 10. I actually did watch it. A terrible excuse for a Jurassic Park movie, I gotta say. Really am sad at how that franchise has fell, by the way. Insanely bad franchise now. I loved Dominion, personally, as fan service, though it wasn't the best movie. I loved Jurassic World 1. I love Jurassic Park 1 and 3. I really like those, and 2 was okay as well. The new one's an absolute joke. No plot or anything. Doesn't even make sense. I should get a commentator as a side job. Thank you. I mean, maybe I'll consider it, Maybe the English commentator for the Al Nassr games in Saudi, because they don't have an English commentator. We'll have to see. That would be a cool job, honestly. Any comments on Barca's comeback in their last match with Lamine? Oh, they did? Let's see that. I want to see. It was probably while I was asleep or something, was it? Oh, they got a match tonight as well, Barca, against Rayo Vallecano. I can't watch it because it's so late for me, but, let's see their last match that they're playing. Barcelona. The 3-2 against Levante. Lamine did a good job in that one. Yeah, he got an assist, 8.5 rating. Yeah. I gotta say, well done on Barca. They come back strong. Especially Levante leading before halftime as well. Yeah, the last minute goal by El Gazabal in the 90+ first. It was an own goal, so honestly, good comeback. Well done to them. Levante leading first half. It's not an easy task to come back, but this Barca squad provides, and that's why, Real Madrid have to be careful this season. They have to be very careful of Barcelona because they're a very strong side, and, they're not to be trusted. If we're winning 3-0, do not trust the scoreline. We can easily lose. We have to really stay sharp against them. Today, some guy on YouTube did 10 bottle flips in a row. Oh, that was me. I'm assuming it's me. 10 in a row. And Nick the Ant scored and makes it 2-2. Insane goal from free kick. Messi goalkeeper got flabbergasted. Well done. Nick the Ant is the GOAT, Nick right here, I mean, his Ant variant is absolutely locked in. W's. Also, offside there by Ekitike. It's going to be a free kick here for Arsenal. You don't do 11 in a row? Okay, let me know when you do that. And don't come back immediately saying you did it, because I'm sure it's, going to be a bit of a falsity. Ray is going to take the free kick here. Oh, it was actually a foul, I think, maybe, on Mosquera. Messi's locking in. That's not great. Watch Barca. I bet they will provide a magic today, too. It's in, 2.5 hours. Yeah, but for me, it's, at 12 a.m., which is unfortunate, yes. I can try and watch them when there's an early game. I can check their schedule, and I'll try and find an early game, because for me, it's late. And, I need to get sleep. Aha, there might be an early game coming up, actually. If I have a look here, quickly. Barcelona fixtures. Yes, there is one. Barcelona versus Valencia, Sunday, September 14th. I will be there. I will watch it. Yep. There we go. That's the game I'll watch. Barcelona versus Valencia, and I'll be absolutely hard-throttling Barca in that stream. Every time they lose the ball, ha 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 ha, with the biggest fake laugh of all time, because I know it's more annoying that way as well. No, I'll try and be neutral. Still, even though I don't like them, but always keep the neutrality for the commentation. You have to. Kirke's throwing for Liverpool. Foul. Nick the Ant has to be subbed off, and Messi gets another red card. Oh, Messi's throwing the game now. Down 2 men. That is crazy. Poor Nick as well. I mean, he did his job getting the equalizer. And welcome back, Alexa. Just got a snack. Okay, I hope that snack was good. But yeah, hopefully we get some goals in the second half. Gyökeres running on. Kanate is marking him pretty strong. And that is going to be a corner. 1 for Arsenal, I think. Yes. If I had to select 3 Barca players for Real Madrid, Who would it be? I think Rafinha, because he can play striker. I think Rafinha, he can play striker. And then Mbappe left wing. He can also play right wing, I think, Rafinha. I would pick Pedri. Very good. And I would pick Szczesny. I like Szczesny. No, but I like Courtois. I don't know. I wouldn't change Courtois out. Koundé. Koundé's good. Yeah, I'll pick Koundé. Koundé's very good. You can also say Lamine. I mean, but, you know, I'd pick them based on the positions I think that we're lacking in, which is definitely striker, like a natural striker. I think also a right winger, which Rafinha can cover both. And then, I mean, Lamine is a right winger as well, so I could say him technically instead of Rafinha. And then also that right back slot. I think Trent did all right last game, but he hasn't been, you know, as provocative as I feel like Koundé is. And then, of course, Pedri, just that guy. Pedri is that guy with the midfield. Messi has scored from a header. It's 2-3, and now an Eric Ten Hag Nick formula has failed. Why is Ten Hag the coach of the Ants? What the heck, bro? Who decided Ten Hag is the coach of the Ants? Just get him out, please. Get him sacked. Also, supposedly, back onto real-life news, Ten Hag's supposedly going to be sacked from Leverkusen, I heard. Lasted about 2 match days. I thought he would be kicked out a bit quicker, but, you know, he somehow managed to survive 2 days of gameplay. So, well done, Ten Hag. Really good job. And this is now the 52nd minute going into this game. I know I coincidentally said that at the time you asked what minute are we on for the Ants game, Batman. And this is now going to be Calafiori. And he tries to do a long ball to find Martinelli, but is intercepted by Gravenberch. It's going to be Szoboszlai trying to push forward, and Martinelli passes all the way back to Raya. Raya being very risky, by the way, today with his passes. Not the best passing, honestly. And the ball cleared by Virgil van Dijk. It's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. And terrible throw-in taken by Arsenal. The throw by Timber just goes to absolutely no one. It's going to be won back by... who is that? I think it was Mourinho wins it back. It's going to be now Timber passing it over to Madueke. Madueke running forward. He's going to cut in maybe. Cuts in on his right. There's a call for a cross, and it gets deflected out. It's going to be a throw-in. Kirkes deflects it off again. Madueke is doing a good job. He is being kind of pocketed by Kirkes, though, unfortunately, which I know there's going to be a lot of comments after the game about that. Ten Hag preparing something evil, and Ancelotti is scared. Okay, of course, Ancelotti's the Messi coach, okay. Nine Hag versus Pioli in a fight. Who do I cheer for? Neither. Probably Pioli a little bit more. Just, I know Pioli was terrible, but Ten Hag's just the worst. He is actually just the worst. These are the players in your game. Got a goal. Hugo Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Cody Gakpo, Nagu Moha, and Ekitike again. Okay. I mean, Ekitike might score today. Of course, he's been very sharp. How do I say that guy's name? Nagu Moha. I'm just going to keep saying it like that. Is insanely good, by the way. So we could see him come on soon. We'll also see Max Dowman, I think, come on as well. They actually played together, Nagu Moha and Max Dowman, for the England U15s, if I can remember correctly. And Ant shot on top bins, but saved by Messi goalkeeper. Okay, I see. Messi goalkeeper somehow extending to that height. Wow. It's now Gravenberch. And Van Dijk finding a through ball pass to McAllister. Now with Kirkes. Now to Van Dijk again. And Van Dijk just going to pass over to Szoboszlai. Good pass by Van Dijk. And now back to Konate. Arsenal doing some pressure here on Liverpool's defense. Alisson gives a big kick down the field. And the ball just goes straight out by Gakpo. It's going to be a throw in here for Arsenal. Gakpo headers it out. Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka for Arsenal in your game. Okay, I see. I mean, Saka's injured, so, you know, he probably won't score in this game, but maybe we'll just replace his name with Madueke in terms of the starting lineups here. This is going to be now Raya passing over to Mosquera. Calafiori. And Calafiori, deep pass over, and it is intercepted by Van Dijk. Now it's going to be here with Gravenberch. Now to Florian Wirtz. Now with Konate, Szoboszlai. And Szoboszlai to Sola. Back to Szoboszlai. Now it's going to be McAllister, Florian Wirtz. And Ten Hag has subbed on Joe over Donald. Now Ant's getting freaky and Messi's is still on defensive approach. What? Okay, that is crazy. What did I just read then? I read like the most cursed text of all time. Van Dijk, deep ball. Trying to find the run of Salah. Very good ball by Van Dijk. Salah in the box. He's marked by Calafiori. He's very good. He might draw out a pen here if Calafiori is not careful. And cleared away by Arsenal. Free kick as well. Good little clearance there by Martinelli. Foul by McAllister. Yeah, good clearance. Good clearance. Just turned the AC on as well. Salah, what a sharp player, by the way. He is back at it. Please don't grow your hair out long, though. I know he's starting to do it again. He's starting to grow his hair out back to the, the afro. I personally liked it a lot when it was shaven. I really did like the balder look. It suited him quite a fair bit. Looked kind of like Benzema. And Madueke possibly able to shoot on goal. Alisson catches. Madueke so close to getting a shot on goal there. Great almost assist by David Raya. But just unlucky there with that one. Also, I just realized my game just lagged back about 5 minutes worth of time there. Thank you. Stupid game. Great. Luckily, I think it's back up to the correct amount now, which is good. The 56th minute, I think. No, we are at the 58th minute. Oh, my God. Why the heck did my game lag back so bad? Okay, that's crazy. Smash like if the internet is so weird. And does that stuff. Love that. At least nothing's happening. At least there's no goals. All I'm going to say, they're just passing into the defense again. Just showing the replay of this. Passing once more. Goal, Ronaldo scores from Donald. Ronaldo? When did Ronaldo join the Ants? What? Okay, Ronaldo just be joining the team as well. Cooling break. Ants versus Man City is getting crazy. I think they need a cool down for sure. Yeah, it looked like the match was getting crazy there. Also, yeah, I'm completely, like, full-on lagging out or something. Like, what the heck is happening here? Well, I guess that's it. We've dropped behind by 2 minutes. Great. So we're going to have to watch this stupid David Raya thing again, where he kicks the ball down the field. Madueke can't finish for his life. 60th minute in yours. Yeah, for me, it's the 58th now. It says 60th minute on my clock too, which is great. Because I was originally up in time with the thing, but for some reason my game decided to lag back by about 2 minutes, which is great. Love that. Yeah. Just showing it again here. There's actually a little bit of foul on Gyökeres. Now looking at the replay for that. I'll just move my game's time back just where it was. There we go. And now this is going to be Gyökeres passing to Alisson. And Alisson now to Gravenberch. Also, I can just see on my latest feed that there is going to be a substitution any minute now. Curtis Jones will be coming on and replacing who I think will be... Who's coming off for Curtis Jones? Possibly Gravenberch, just to not risk a red card. Messi's are still clutching up with 9 men. Ronaldo better. I mean, yeah, Ronaldo's the best. He's him. So. Messi's clutching up against Ants, though, with 9 men, prime Ants. This is going to be Gravenberch. Passing over to Gyökeres. I should skip it back to live if I can. I mean, I'm trying. I really am trying. Unfortunately, though, I don't know why it's dropped back so far behind. It is kind of frustrating, to be honest, because, yeah, we were live before and now we're not. So, you know, great job there. I mean, this is as good as I can do. 59th minute. This is now going to be with Gravenberch again, trying to pressure, and there's a foul on Mourinho. It is going to be the substitution coming on, I think, now. Oh, never mind. I thought the referee was going to pause for the free kick there, but Van Dijk, I guess, plays on. Kirkes. Van Dijk. And Van Dijk, deep ball to Szoboszlai, who is everywhere, by the way. That guy is literally all over the field. This is now Gakpo. McAllister might take the shot. He passes to Florian Wirtz on the volley. And there's a little bit of a confronting there. And it looks like the goal will not stand. Because Liverpool score and the goal is disallowed. Ekitike somehow getting into there. There's like a lot of fouling and stuff. And yeah, the referee has denied it here. He is checking the monitor. Let's have a look. So McAllister passing into Florian Wirtz. He's onside. Yeah, it's very far offside there. It is offside. No denial on that sort of front there. Ekitike, 100% offside. 100% he's offside. No doubt about it. It's like about 4 meters offside. There will be a free kick to be played here. They're just showing it again on the replay. Florian Wirtz, good touch. Hits it on the volley. Good save by David Raya. And then, yeah, Ekitike offside. He does actually commit a penalty tackle there, but since the offside's already in play, no pen. McAllister comes off. Curtis Jones comes on. There's the sub. And good thing is we're only 2 minutes behind, which is great. So we're not that far behind. Taller Messi has got a red card. 78 meters tall Messi. He is, 78th minute. He is smashing ants, and unfortunately 5 ants are injured. Oh, that's terrible. How are they getting so many red cards, by the way? Ten Hag has subbed on 5 players over injuries. Okay, wow. Gyökeres trying to get the ball. Szoboszlai and Konate pocket him pretty easily. It's going to be Salah. Szoboszlai sends that down deep. Control by Mosquera, and Raya is going to just collect. Knock, knock, we're coming for you, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal, lucky there that one was offside because that was terrible defending from them. Mosquera to Mourinho. Now back to Raya. And Raya sends that now over to Mourinho. Good ball over to, was that Timber, who's playing pretty attacking. Madueke now on it. Madueke passing it into Timber. Timber out to Calafiori. Takes the shot. That terrible shot from Calafiori. And then Gabriel. Deflection off of Konate. And it is going to be a corner here for Arsenal. Good shot by Gabriel, by the way. That was a very good shot. A lot of quality on that one. Let's have a look at the shot there. Again, it just rockets it straight towards Konate's body. Deflected off. Yeah, good shot there. Also, my game has now finally attained itself back to the correct time. And we can just see that the corner there was a little bit of a head collision from Konate and Calafiori. So at least we're back on correct time here, which is great. Love that. So now we can actually get back up. The set pieces have been defended pretty easily by Liverpool, I've got to say. They're showing here Giovanni van Bronckhorst. I don't know if I said his name correct. Bronkhorst, maybe is his last name. Assistant manager for Liverpool. He's doing a good job on managing the set pieces. I think that's what he's sort of planning out for defending the set pieces. There's going to be a foul here on Van Dijk by Mourinho. And, yeah, it's going to be a free kick for Liverpool. Kirkes places it for Van Dijk. This might actually just be a 1-0. I don't even think it's going to be a 1-1. I honestly think this is going to be a 1-0 now. And this is now Konate. Back to Alisson. Now over to Kirkes. Alisson. And Alisson gives a deep ball over to Calafiori, who intercepts. It's now going to be with Florian Wirtz, Curtis Jones. Very dangerous attack looking like it's forming here. Cody Gakpo might take the shot. Saved by Raya. Nice little collection there. Not really in trouble from that. Good attack was forming from Liverpool. They're playing very attacking now, Liverpool. They've got 5 at the front. You know, definitely more exciting to see than what we were seeing in the first half. That was boring football in the first half. Just defending the whole game. Good pass by Florian Wirtz to Salah. Nice little marking by Calafiori. Cleared away by Gabriel. It's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Van Dijk also on the ground here. There might be a yellow card emerging out for someone. I don't know who this yellow card is for specifically. It might be for Gyökeres. Let's just see. I think, yeah, Gyökeres gets the yellow card here. An undeserved yellow card. He does not stand on Van Dijk. Let's see, maybe from the other angle. Yeah, no contact on Van Dijk. Definitely not a yellow card, so the referee's kind of missed the mark with there. Saw the first mistake by the referee, I feel like. Hasn't really made a mistake so far. Goal from the Ants in extra time to make it 4-3. Messi's have only 9 minutes to equalise, and Ancelotti is continuing to eat gum because he can't do anything. I mean, yeah, good fair tactic from Ancelotti. W Ants, by the way. Locking in. And this is now going to be Alisson psyching out Gyökeres there with a little bit of a fake dribble. Now passing it towards Gakpo, intercepted by Timber. And this is a good through ball by Timber, trying to find Gyökeres. Konate's pace might able him to get it, but Gyökeres somehow does manage to win it, but kicks it out. It is going to be a throw-in here for Liverpool. Good pace by Gyökeres, though, in shielding to win that one. I didn't actually favour him for the challenge, but he does manage to win it. Luckily. Also, a game coming up. We aren't going to be streaming it, though, but is an important game coming up. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. It's going to really decide that sort of mid-table section of the league, you know, and how that shapes up to be in maybe the top 5 that are going into, you know, Europe. Because I feel like that 6th, 7th, and 5th place. Good catch by Raya, by the way. Very good catch for the Travella cross in there by Salah. Yeah, but honestly... Yeah, big game for Crystal Palace, especially. Aston Villa need to retain their position in Europe for this season coming up. Because, of course, they definitely they missed the mark last season. And Messi red card again to make it 7 men. It's going to be a penalty for Ants. Yeah, Ronaldo should score this one. For Ronaldo, Ants should score. Salah dribbling past one. Nice defending from Calafiori. The left backs are showing up in this game, by the way. They are absolutely showing up. And goal for Ronaldo, and good job. Nice little collection there from David Raya. And sent all the way down the field to Alisson, who's going to time waste. Again, both teams I don't think are too worried about to get a draw here. I think they're fine with it. Of course, there is going to be a double substitution occurring here for Arsenal. It will be Martin Odegaard and Eze coming on. I do think that the players coming off will be, first of all, Madueke, and then I think maybe Martinelli will come off here. And then I also think that, who else will come off? Mourinho, maybe, for Odegaard. So yeah, Martinelli coming off for Eze, and then Mourinho coming off for Odegaard. I was going to say Madueke, but I think he's been performing well, so it wouldn't make sense to take him off. And deep run there by Ekitike, just doesn't find the pass from Konate. It's going to be Raya to Mosquera. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you need a win at home, definitely to boost, you know, the current performance, but again, not necessary. Because I think both teams will do fine against the other. I mean, this is like top of the table clash. First versus second, really. Who's going to come out on top of the Prem, really, for this clash here. So they're definitely going to, you know, just get a point at least. Both teams will be fine. What will make more matters is the away fixture. Now, Liverpool need to really lock in for the away fixture at the Emirates Stadium because that one will be a hard one. So as I am saying that is correct. Substitution predictions. Mourinho and Martinelli both exiting the field, and on comes Eze to make his debut, and Odegaard. I think this is Eze's debut, right? Let me quickly check. Did you play against Who did you play against for Arsenal? Okay, you've played against... Yeah, this is his debut. So Eze's debut for Arsenal has occurred now. Will he do a good performance? Liverpool put Rio Nagumoha. Yeah, they need to put him on. I also surprised Max Dowman hasn't come on yet for Arsenal. Would have placed him on the field instead of maybe Declan Rice or Zubimendi. Specifically Zubimendi. I think Declan Rice has been great this game. Zubimendi's not been his best. So we'll have to wait and see. Madueke is still going to be playing on that right wing as well. Eze is going to be playing on the left side. And Szoboszlai collecting. And there's a little bit of a run from Odegaard to try and win the ball. The captain doesn't win it, however. Now going to be with Cody Gakpo. Foul by Timber. It's going to be a free kick for Liverpool. Played on quickly. Now with Curtis Jones. And then the referees pulls the game here. He's actually said to redo the free kick here. We're seeing the ref cam, by the way. Crazy camera for the referee. Full-time Messi's lost to Ants. 5 red cards, and Ants lift the Dwarf Cup. Ancelotti is sacked, and the users claim that Nick Ant will need 69 months to recover. Wow. Crazy game there, by the way. That is insane game. Might have to, cover more Ants games on the channel since there seems to be the most crazy games of all time. 5 red cards for Messi's team. Who would have thought? It's going to be a corner for Liverpool. I think they're second of the game. It's their second corner of the game, I think. No, first corner of the game. Okay, interesting. First corner of the game for Liverpool. Deep cross coming in. There's a back post header by Mosquera to clear the ball. It's now going to be with Gakpo. Over to Szoboszlai. Sorry, it was Kanate, by the way. I think. Is that Gakpo? Can't really see. I think it was Gakpo, yeah. Alisson. Now to Szoboszlai. Gakpo, Szoboszlai again. And deep ball, trying to find the run of Florian Wirtz, I think that is. He might pass that into Salah. Takes the shot, deflected off. Nice little defense there. Again from Declan Rice, I think that time. And then a chest away by Timber is going to be a corner for Liverpool again. A bad mistake by Timber. Should have just left that. It was going straight out. What was he doing? Is Timber okay? Like, I don't know what he was doing there. Kind of a big mistake there for Urian Timber. Nice defense by Rice on Salah. I mean, if there's a goal from this corner, honestly, he's going to regret that, Timber, because that is going to be a big, cost for the team. So, Dominic will be taking the corner here. Let's see what happens when Szoboszlai scores. Possibly from the corner or gives an assist, should I say. Will he give one? Deep and cleared away by Gyökeres. And it will go straight out. Actually, it stays in. And Szoboszlai gives a second cross. Hit by Wirtz on the volley. And it is passed out down the field by Calafiori. Declan Rice calling on the team to press. Odegaard pressing on that left wing. It's going to be now Gravenberch. Over to Curtis Jones. And now it's going to be back with Alisson. Now with Gravenberch again. Gravenberch calling the team back. Van Dijk taking his merry time to actually walk to the back line. Like, I don't know why he's taking so long. Curtis Jones. Kirkes. Now to Gravenberch. And now this is going to be Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Gravenberch. Now to Konate. Now to Gravenberch. And he does a nice little through ball there. Gravenberch to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones finds a nice pass over to Kirkes. To Van Dijk. There's now Curtis Jones again, getting the one-touch pass back. Passing it over now to Kirkes, who's in the midfield. Cody Gakpo now with the ball. And Gakpo passing back over to Gravenberch. Now back to Van Dijk. Kirkes. One touch to Gakpo. Now it's going to be with Curtis Jones. Now it's going to be with Gravenberch. And now it's going to be over to Szoboszlai. Yeah, Messi versus Ants is in Premier League 2. Division 2. They're in, like, the secret division of the Prem. They're, like, the unknown one. Declan Rice pushing forward now, winning the ball back for Arsenal. Eze. Eze skills past 1. He's taking the number 10 number as well, Eze. It's now going to be over with Calafiori. Now with Odegaard. Odegaard over to Madueke. Madueke back to Mosquera. Zubimendi. Now it's going to be with Declan Rice. Passing over to Eze with the ball again. And Eze skills past 1. Passing into Odegaard. Might be a shot. Pass it over to Eze instead. Intercepted by Kanate. Really good interception. Rice with the ball. That was very, very close to a goal there for Arsenal. Nice little defense from Kanate to prevent that one. Madueke. This is very close. Now it's Zubimendi. Back to Gabriel. Calafiori falls over. And it's going to be a throw in here for Liverpool. Good play by Odegaard. Good play by Eze as well. Chiesa is going to come on now. Federico Chiesa will be probably replacing Mo Salah or Gakpo. Possibly going to be Gakpo, I think. Salah's been okay, though. I think Gakpo's been more dangerous than Salah. So I would have technically replaced him. Maybe Ekitike as well, but we'll have to wait and see what they decide. I think it might be Ekitike coming off. Looks like Kanate might be injured as well. Gyökeres is just talking to Kanate there. Asking him about his injury. Liverpool doctors are checking up on him. Looks like that Chiesa will be coming on for someone. Most likely might actually be Salah now because he's standing by the touchline. Also, it looks like that Joe Gomez will be coming on as well for Liverpool. Gomez probably on for Kanate now due to injury because he's just quickly put on the shirt there. Gakpo getting a drink of water. It doesn't look like Gakpo is going to be coming off, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure, isn't that? Little surprise there. And giving Kanate some water. Looks like Gatorade. Or Powerade. I don't know who their sponsor is for drinks. Liverpool. Yeah, it might be a hamstring. It might be a hamstring here. So, Arne Slot just giving some instructions to Chiesa. And there's the instructions given. So, let's see who's going to be subbed on. 80th minute now. Yeah, we're getting into the end game now for this game. And mine timer says 78th minute, but yeah, technically we're close to the 80th. You know, I'm 3 minutes behind, I know. It's because of the lag that I had experienced earlier. But, you know, don't spoil stuff for me, please. You know, genuine reaction delayed. Ekitike comes off. Chiesa now comes back on. I'm not too far behind. I'm like I think I'm only 2 minutes behind. Yeah, I'm less than 2 minutes behind. And Gomez off for Kanate. So that is the substitutions that have occurred. Chiesa might be playing striker here, it looks like. So Gomez and Chiesa on. And that will be Kanate and Ekitike off. No, I'm 3 minutes, but I'm definitely only 2 minutes behind. That's for sure, because I've got FootMob open as well, and it says 81st minute. I'm 79th, so 2 minutes behind. This is now going to be throwing inverts, passing out to, what the heck? Okay, I lagged forward in time. This is now Eze on a breakthrough. Okay, we really just time traveling or something here? I don't know what's going on. Are we time traveling? All I know is Eze's got the ball now. Odegaard. It's now Rice. We are on the 83rd. FootMob also has a delay. Okay, I see. I mean, you know, delay. It doesn't matter. Still watching it, at least. I wish it wasn't delayed, but like at the start, we weren't delayed, but, you know, unfortunately, that's the way my internet is. It's just terrible. It causes this stuff. Gomez, now with the ball. Gomez to Van Dijk. And Van Dijk is going to pass to Szoboszlai. Now to Curtis Jones. Now to Gomez. Van Dijk. Curtis Jones. Van Dijk again. Now it's Gomez. Szoboszlai calling for it. He receives. Szoboszlai deep pass over to try and find Salah. Intercepted by Calafiori. Calafiori gives the ball away to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai back to Virgil van Dijk. Now to Curtis Jones. A little bit of a foul there. It's going to be a free kick for Liverpool. Free kick. Dangerous position as well. Dangerous, dangerous position. And, yeah, that is a foul on Curtis Jones. 100%. 100% a foul. There we go as well. Get the Gyökeres hair in there. So, Zubimendi, yellow card. You're joking? You're joking? Okay. I was like, I'm not going to read in case it's real, but, you know. This is now going to be Szoboszlai taking the free kick, maybe? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of people lined up there. It's going to be Van Dijk, Gakpo, Salah, Szoboszlai all lined up. Possibly Salah might take. Szoboszlai could also take this one. I mean, he's pretty good at shooting. Okay, let's see who takes this one. So, yeah, between Gakpo, Szoboszlai, and Salah. Now, it looks like Van Dijk is moved off the ball. I think he's just talking. Okay, here we go. Looks like Szoboszlai might take it. He's got further step back. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so Szoboszlai pushed everyone forward. Let's see what happens here. Reyes sort of positioned the wall more to the left. So I have to wait and see. And Szoboszlai, and it's a top bins banger. Oh my god. What a goal by Szoboszlai. Shows absolute class. Wow. What a goal for Liverpool. That is insanely good goal from Szoboszlai. 1-0 late on in the game. I knew it was going to be a 1-0. That's why I had a feeling for it. Big rip to Arsenal's little, you know, their run here early on. I mean, insanely good goal by Dominic Szoboszlai, though, to give Liverpool the lead. Raya couldn't do anything about that one. I mean, that's an insane shot. And that, you know, is a very big tear in Arsenal's early run here. What a goal. Let's have a look at that. Free kick again. Szoboszlai top bins. And sorry, you spoiled it. I didn't look at the chat, don't worry, because, you know, in case there was a spoiler or something. But yeah, what a shot. Curls into the top left post area. Bounces off and, yeah, goes in. Raya could not save that. There's nothing you can do about that one. Literally nothing. I mean, he kind of dives a little bit late, but, I mean, it's too hard to save. It's basically unsavable. Arne Slot happy with that. Happy man Arne Slot is with that insane free kick right there from Dominic Szoboszlai. What a goal. And a little bit of a foul there by Gomez on Gyökeres. It is played on, though. Pass from Declan Rice to Gyökeres. And hi, Alexa. Welcome back. Goal from Liverpool. It was Dominic Szoboszlai from a free kick that scored. Amazing free kick. What a free kick, by the way. Insane. Salah sends that back to Mosquera. Now, this is going to be with Declan Rice. There's nice skill there to get the ball out. Calafiori, Rice. Rice, nice skill again. There's a nice little 1-2 off his own foot to make pass to Calafiori. Calafiori gives it away. Eze now receives it. Onside. Eze pulled down in the box. Possible penalty. The referee says no to the penalty. Eze saying it is. I don't know what the decision might be here with the possible penalty call. The ref might check it. What a late game drama, you know, we got here. Suddenly, from no goals to suddenly possible penalty, a free kick goal. I mean, you got everything. Yeah, it's a complete dive from Eze. No pen. Yeah, definitely not a pen. Agree with you there, Batman. 100% not a pen. Terrible diving skills from Eze. Could have made it look a little bit more believable, but yeah, that's not great. Okay, this is going to be Raya now. Moscata to Timber. Now to Madueke. Pulled down to the ground by Cortez. It's going to be a free kick here, I think, for no one because the referee plays on. It's now going to be Curtis Jones to Gomez. And Gomez back to Van Dijk. And Van Dijk to Gravenberch. Curtis Jones lost it. Now it's going to be with Gyökeres. Gyökeres pushed to the ground. He tries to get rid of the ball. He finds Madueke. Little chip pass over to what looks to be... I don't even know what's happening in the box there. What the heck is going on there? Thought it was Zubamendi trying to get the ball. He's like almost on top of Kirkes. He's like doing a piggyback ride there for Zubamendi there, Kirkes. Like, didn't know he offered those. Yeah, in the box. What a chance there for Arsenal. Again, kind of fumbled. A little bit of a fumble there from them. They really have to equalize here, Arsenal, if they want to get something from this game. Van Dijk passing back to Alisson. And Alisson giving a free deep pass over to Gakpo. And that's going to be headed back all the way to Raya. Raya getting ready to distribute. And Raya just drops the ball in front of him. Passes to Moscata. Now to Zubamendi. And loses the ball. It's now going to be with Curtis Jones. Possible second goal here. Salah going in for the shot. Absolutely clamped down on. Salah has not been it today, by the way. He has not been it. Eze playing forward. Odegaard now. There's a 5 men back for Liverpool here. Now 7. And Madueke now receiving. Cross to Gyökeres. And he somehow misses the chance. Gomez, it does clean him up. Very close to Victor Gyökeres to equalize. He would have been an absolute hero in this game if he had equalized that one. Madueke almost assisting. So close. So close to the equalizer. It's going to be a corner here for Arsenal. Florian Wirtz getting some treatment. You don't like Florian Wirtz? Personally, I want him to join Real Madrid. I'm kind of upset they didn't because I feel like he's the type of player that Real Madrid would absolutely, you know, he fits into the system. He played with Xabi Alonso already, you know, so he's got the experience there. There's going to be a sub on here for Liverpool. It looks like it's going to be... Who's coming on? It looks like Endo's coming on, yeah. Wataru Endo. Yeah, Endo will be replacing Florian Wirtz due to injury. Yeah, Wirtz played decent this game. Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, see the free kick from the ref cam. What a free kick, by the way. What a free kick. Hits the click celebration as well, Szoboszlai. I mean, deserved Selly there. That is an insane goal. Didn't even know he had those in his, you know, shooting category there, Szoboszlai. So Florian coming off. He has a big smile as he comes off. Yeah, he's done his job. And on comes Endo to replace him. Raya gives him a pound on the back as well. Yeah, Endo's on. Now it's just all about holding out for Liverpool here. Substitution for Arsenal. It's going to be Max Dowman coming on here. And off comes Madueke. Dowman, let's see if he can, you know, make a big impact. Only 15 years old, of course. He's younger than me by quite a fair bit. Let's see what Dowman can do for Arsenal. I mean, he's been big in the previous games. I don't expect him to do much in this one, I'm going to be honest. If he does, absolute club legend already. If he somehow manages to contribute to a goal. Corner taken deep, and it's cleared away by Liverpool. It's going to be touched by Eze. Eze now over to Odegaard. Odegaard passes all the way back to Raya. Zubamendi. Zubamendi deep cross to no one. It's going to be collected by Odegaard. Now over into the right wing area where Dowman is. Dowman getting ready to cross in. Possibly steps over the ball and is controlling it. Dowman trying to get it. He's got 3 guys marking him. He loses it. Did a bit too much there, Dowman, I think. 7 minutes added time. This is going to be a tight one. Yeah, 7 minutes. That is cracked. If we get, you know, another goal here to, you know, either a winner or a, because, I mean, 1-0 is technically already a winner, but if, like, a seal the deal type of thing, or a, an equalizer, because that would be crazy. You're sweating. Yeah, this game is pretty intense. 7 minutes. Gabriel, and hi, Harry Edits. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Dowman. Let's see what Dowman does. Passes it back to... Is that... I think that's Gabriel. Is he playing forward or something? Yeah, deep cross by Odegaard. Possible header there by Declan Rice, but he does control and is cleared away. Dowman, Zubimendi, sorry, gets on the header. So many players' names I have to remember here. Calafiori now. Calafiori passing out to Gyökeres. And Gyökeres passes back into Zubimendi. There is a play on by the referee here for advantage. Odegaard. Now it's going to be Timber. That was the person who did the cross before, not Gabriel's Timber. This is now a pass in to Timber from Odegaard. Timber, insanely bad cross there. What a cross there. And no problem, Harry. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. And see you next time, I guess. Yeah, there's a little bit of a down injury here. Arteta's calling for a substitution. He does not look happy here, Arteta, because, you know, they needed a win. They needed a win or a draw. Let's see who's going to be subbed on here. Don't know who's down. Is that Gabriel down? I think it might be Gabriel. That's bad if he's injured, because that means that means Saliba and Gabriel also both injured. Away wins under Arteta, fewest in the PL by venue. Arteta's never won at Anfield. Wow. He's never won at the Etihad Stadium or Anfield. He's won Goodison Park once, St. James Park once, City Ground once. So, yeah, definitely he's had struggles here, Arteta. Liverpool go in attack. I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely they've shifted since halftime. They definitely played very attacking. There's no need to slow down the attack now. Surprised Lewis Skelly hasn't come on, by the way. So, yeah, that's Timber on the ground, not Gabriel. Good news for Arsenal fans, just to know that it's not Gabriel on the floor there, because that would be bad if both Gabriel and Saliba are injured. I mean, playing Hikampier when he comes in, and then Mosquera might not be the best situation, especially since they don't have the experience in the Prem. Szoboszlai, deep throw, and intercepted by Gabriel. Gyökeres trying to get some pressure, and it's going to be cleared down the field once again. Little header again from Mosquera this time, and Endo gives it away to Dowman. To Declan Rice. And Rice gives that to Szoboszlai, and it goes straight. It's going to be thrown for Arsenal. This is tight, guys. It's very tight. Oh, my goodness. We might get a late goal. This is now Mosquera. Dowman. Back to Mosquera. Yeah, they are. They're going very attacking here, Liverpool. This is now Zubimendi. And now over to Odegaard. The problem with Arsenal is they have to now play against, you know, they haven't scored this game. It's a little bit easier to score again if you've already, it's like 2-1 to get the equalizer, but it's 1-0. You haven't scored yet. You haven't found the net. Kirkes pressuring down the field. He's running really fast here. Might try and find a through ball. Brilliant through ball there too. I don't even know who that is. Is that Curtis? It's Chiesa, sorry. Haven't seen him on the field in a long time. That's why I was wondering who the heck is that. But yeah, he did score that goal in the opening game, of course. Now it's going to be Declan Rice, Calafiori, Eze. And now to Calafiori. Eze. Eze passing into Odegaard. Calafiori again giving a chip pass. That has to be saved by Alisson there. There's Max Dowman, tries to hit it on the volley. Zubimendi passing in, and then no one gets that. That is going to be cleared away. Mosquera, Odegaard. What the heck have you just done, Odegaard? You sent that to space. And then Endo sends it back the other way to space. Declan Rice, about 2 minutes left to get an equalizer here. Calafiori. Declan Rice. And Rice passing it through, trying to find space. That is intercepted by Gakpo there. It's now going to be a little bit of a tussle for the ball. Timbers tussling with Zubamendi and Gakpo to try and reach that one, but no one finds it. A long ball pass to Salah, and he just doesn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw in here for Arsenal. Quickly taken. It's going to be now Calafiori to Mosquera. He's the final centre-back back. It looks like Gabriel's gone in striker. Nothing's left. Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 minutes. I don't think anything's done, especially since, you know, on the real time, it's probably 97 already, since I'm 2 minutes behind, of course. I don't know. Maybe they've scored. Odegaard. Declan Rice. What is the goalkeeper doing? I have no idea. And Eze just releasing the ball there. Nice little touch by Eze. This could be a pass in, but unfortunately is not really done for far by Eze. Can I speak? This game's getting so tense I can't speak. Eze is doing a good job. All I'll say is that he will definitely start over Martinelli. He'll start over Martinelli. Calafiori taking the throw in here. He's going to throw this deep into the box. Thrown deep. And headed clear. Gyökeres still has it. Gyökeres crosses. And it is going to be cleaned up by Kirkez. And sent down all the way down the field. Raya with the touch. And he clears that one down. A little bit of a header there. Cleared down again. This is just clearing now. Yeah, this match is finished. This match is actually finished. There's no substance here. This is now going to be Chiesa running down the field, trying to find maybe Salah. Chiesa going for his own shot and just missing. It's done. It looks like it's done. You guys are saying it's done. It's done. I mean, I'll just wait till full time on my part. I'm sure it's full time on your guys. We'll come back again at home. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal definitely didn't look bad this game. That's one thing for sure. They look good. I mean, we can check the stats already. I mean, this game's about to finish. I'll read out the stats to you guys. 53% ball possession for Liverpool. 0.45 expected goals for Liverpool. 9 shots, 3 on target. 0 big chances. 364 accurate passes, 85% accuracy. 7 fouls, 3 corners. For Arsenal, 47% possession. 0.54 expected goals. 11 shots, 1 on target. 0 big chances, 304 accurate passes, 82% accuracy, 10 fouls, 8 corners. So yeah, that's that match. Just seeing the final chance here by Gyökeres. Definitely a foul, 100%. That is the worst foul I've seen in my life, by the way. By Endo. What a foul by Endo. Literally on him. I'm really surprised that that's even a yellow card. Like, he's literally just hanging off of Gyökeres' body there. He did what he had to do. Did what he had to do. Okay, this is the final kick. I know it's ended for you guys. I just want to see it for myself. So I can say I watched the whole match. Raya. Headed clear. Van Dijk should be full-time. There, full-time. So Liverpool have done it. They've won against Arsenal. We knew 2 minutes ago, but who cares? What a game. I will say at the end there, it was actually becoming a good game. Not as entertaining as I thought, though. I did think this was going to be a goals game, but I guess not. Arne Slot and Mikel Arteta dap up each other, and that game has been in the past now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Honestly, a fun experience here, once again, talking with you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to stream after my football training tomorrow, so a little bit later, so we'll have to wait and see, but I am going to be streaming tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye. Also, where the heck is... Should just end the timer there, by the way. Goodbye. W's. Let's go. You're happy and excited? That's great to hear as well, Patrick. Just want to add that. W's.